to the tools and technology. So
Okay.
the emerging trend which I'm seeing is that we have been able to close the gap, or either I should say that we have been able to discuss how to close the gap between development and operations, right? So that's good, and that is one area where DevOps has come out as a star, right?
Right.
But there's more to be done from a planning perspective. So if you think about what is happening today, we are taking development and operations together. We are developing cool software, but we are not working that much on the user, changing needs of user.
Mm.
And think about, after this pandemic, what will happen, what kind of lifestyle changes would
Yeah.
happen, and what kind of user behavior will change. So how do you actually assess, gauge that based on your user need, what should change from a planning perspective, where your strategic investment should go, what kind of features would be more valuable in this context. So I would say that this is an emerging area, and the continuous product oriented practice, which I have co-created with one of the companies I volunteer for. This practice is basically looking at that dimension. And if you think about what is the end goal? You want to build cool products which create
Yeah.
value for the user, right?
Yeah.
So you need to invest in products which are more closer to the user, right? So you have to put tools and techniques to assess and gauge what kind of value your features are bringing in. And if you think about it, that every feature will have value, will have risks, will have depth. So you have to look at it as a as an investment together. So one feature, how many risks it is bringing in, how many technical depths it's bringing in, are you investing more than what is needed in that value? So how do you do that? So you should have a value radar, right? And this is a tool which we have created through this practice. You also have to have techniques which are onboarding empathy mapping, concepts, context mapping concepts. You cannot produce the goal is not only to produce faster software features. The goal is to produce valuable software which can improve life index for people, right? So if you think about that, then all these tools and techniques, and what is the user journey in this, why we are not able to onboard healthcare in that manner to technology than in other industries.
Right.
So basically, what is your user journey, what kind of users you have, how much awareness is needed, what kind of features you need, what kind of user interfaces are needed, all that if you put together, you will understand that part, that planning aspect, where you kind of interacting and having more engagement with the user, is something which is emerging. And the tools and techniques, as I mentioned, continuous product oriented practice is one of them. And then you bring in all that experiential learning concepts like empathy mapping, context mapping, user journey, product manifesto onto the table with the development and operations team, so that we can all work together to create a value through software. So that's what I believe will happen next.
Okay, amazing. So I mean, it depends on a variety of factors, and also looking